第四道就伢给的来一个，
Parents leave their children too often and do not take care of them. That might be the reason why children get taken into custody and removed from their homes. When these children are returned to their homes, there is no respect between parents and children. They do not talk together. Children are left to look after themselves too often. The children could be taught things that would allow them to think about morals to live by. Survival in the wilderness allows people to take responsibility as their lives depend on how they do things to look after themselves. To make good decisions which can benefit these people in the long term, teachings about survival skills can be a good influence for children.
We could go and visit, sit there for the old time stories. We could visit as long as we want to. And then we go back and everybody's busy sewing and making fishnets. People are just working those days, making moose hide. The men were hunting, trapping.
Back then, respected elders talked to the people at tea dances. Tea dances were held 2 times a year, in the springtime and in the fall. Drummers sang songs, people danced at those gatherings. Elders back then spoke of ways that could help the people as they were concerned elders. They talked about basic facts of life like how to survive and get along in community. Those elders, if you listen to them, they have a story to tell. What could happen to you if you listen to them? You will have everything to gain and you will not lose anything. They will not tell you how to live, but in the stories you will find your own solution.
The sharing of our story is to let the young people know that we have hope for their future. We invite all young people to listen. As a young boy, many elders talked to me. Along with other young boys, we would sit with the elders. We stayed up late into the early morning. It was in these stories that we found our answers. At that time, elders prepared us for our future. They told us to stay awake because if we did, we would live a long life. These stories helped us in many ways. Stories of elders are told in ways that allows you to figure out your own answers.
I did not cut off the elders when they spoke to me as a young boy. I respected what they had to say. I listened. I knew they were right in many things they told me. My father did not talk to me a whole lot. He taught me how to hunt and trap. I watched and learned by observing how he did things. He knew that I was capable of doing things for myself. I remember an elder talking about respect and that every person has to have respect for their bodies. He spoke about why we cannot go around to pass our bodies with just anybody. To not share your body or to pass yourself around to be used. I wondered what he meant by that. Today I understand. That elder told me that it is not safe. If a person did those kind of things, they would not live long. Respect your body, they told us. Walk far in life, he told me. Some do find themselves dying of some unknown sickness. That is not good.
Dene elders know many stories. If these elders become aware, these young people will benefit from the stories. They will go through many stages to grow up. They learn how to live in a healthy way. Long ago, a story was told about the future for the people of Bistro Lake. The population grew from 3 brothers. They were all related, and the young people began to marry into their own relations. They were not aware of their family bloodlines. When that happens, it was said that these people would perish as a nation. One elder foretold that the story about the future of these people.
Because of my grandchildren, I live here on Bushi, just to be with them. Being alone is a lonely place to stay. But when I'm in the bush, I walk all over. I go take a gun and walk all over. I never saw anything scary.
We must keep talking with the children, give them something to live by. It is our hope that they would pass on what we talk about. Maybe one of them will be able to understand what it is that we are trying to tell them. They would talk to one another and say, "My mother used to say this." They would not forget our stories. Our children will get older, hopefully wise in many ways. They would talk with their children and pass on our stories. My mother used to tell us that there is no end to having good times. That is a part of life.
If a person walks in the bush in the winter time, that person might see a trail of fox. Foxes often go around danger. If that person follows the fox's tracks, he will notice that trail is straight when it will go off and around unsafe places. Today it is not like that for young people. Sometimes you might be asked by family to not go to certain places. Whenever there is danger, trust your senses to follow your own instincts. Like the fox, you can have good results.